Okay, guys, I watched the show. ये काली काली आंखें मैंने पूरा देख लिया है. रात को सोया नहीं है. Thanks to you guys because सुबह 4 बजे तक I was watching the show and I really enjoyed it. मुझे ये पूछना था ये who came up with this name ये काली काली आंखें. I like the track by the way. It's really nice. But who came up with this name and why is it called ये काली काली आंखें?
That would be Siddharth Sen Gupta, the writer and director of the show, and producer of the show. And to be honest, it went back and forth quite a bit because there was a moment in time where we didn't have any name on the slate, and when Yeh Kaali Kaali happened, we weren't entirely sure. But he was always like 110% convinced that this was it. And full credit to him because I think as a director he had a vision that possibly I didn't manage to see the first time around. But when I saw the way the font was and the opening credits are and the way the show is looking. It just completely goes with it for two reasons. One is because it's got a definite tipping the hat to pulp Bollywood 90s and the reference to Bazigar. And the second is because of the kind of curiosity it evokes of what does it mean and how is it related to the show. And everyone has their different interpretation. But for me, the reason it works, and this is a very personal way of looking at it, is Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein, literally translated, is those dark eyes. And it's the sense as Vikrant being constantly watched over by a dark power structure. So it's a reinterpretation of Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein for a digital audience, which I think is quite cool.
ये तो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं था.
मतलब इसीलिए तो हम बात कर रहे हैं.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So लड़कियां प्लीज बता दो आपके इंटरप्रिटेशंस क्या है ये काली काली आंखें के टाइटल का.
देखो मुझे तो ताहिर का आंसर बहुत अच्छा लगा है तो मैं बाकी सारे इंटरव्यूज में यही बोलने वाली हूँ.
मैं वो फ्रंट बेंचर हूँ जो सबसे पहले टीचर के सामने खड़ा होता है और फिर एग्जाम अपना आंसर शीट पास करता है.
स्मार्ट. आंचल
आते हैं.
Yeah, the Tahir actually nailed it. He was really good in answering that. Ek to I'm a very big fan of Shahrukh sir. So any sort of
we all are, right, guys? We all are Shahrukh fans.
So any hint of and any reference of anything about his life or about his cinema is like such a great feeling. I just feel so fortunate to be part of something like that.
Achal, you are new here. I'm gonna come to you first. These two need to be grilled. Tahir and Shweta. Tahir and Shweta, I want to know, we know कि OTT ने ऐसा platform दे दिया है actors को where you can show your skills in so many ways. Stereotype होने का भी बहुत डर रहता है. But आप मुझे ये बताइए कि when you are choosing a role or a role is coming to you, how do you make sure that भाई मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है role लेकिन stereotype होने के chances है. इसको आप कैसे balance करते हैं?
That is totally up to you. अगर जैसे अगर मैं गिनूंगी कि मैंने कितनी बार बनारस की लड़की प्ले किया है, बट गोलू भी बनारस से है और मसान की शालू भी बनारस से है, but they are totally different. They won't even be friends, I think, if they were in one world, one universe. But that's the fun, that's the challenge. क्योंकि cliches are cliches for a reason, stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason, and that's the fun part, that how do you approach it. If, for example, Anchal had to play Shikha, it would be a very different Shikha. If I had to play Vikrant, it would be a very different Vikrant. So it is what you bring to the table. And डर वरने लगे तो फिर तो पहले ही आप बाजी हार चुके हो और डर के जीतने वाले को
यार शाहरुख खान तो आ ही जाता है.
Exactly.
Ahid, tell me about you. What do you have to say about this?
That question doesn't arise because I intentionally wouldn't choose something where I feel like, this is a shade that I have played before. And what's exciting about Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein is this is the first time where I am in a small town setting where I'm playing just an everyday guy in extraordinary circumstances, and how someone in that world will respond to something that is so out of the ordinary and out of his imagination, and what that does to him.
Achal, tell me about you. This was quite a bold character, playing this character. Tell me, what was the biggest challenge? And also, do you get scared that after doing this role, you will be stereotyped? Did you have anything like that in your mind?
No, because, this, my character has a lot of shades, ठीक है, ग्रे शेड इज वन ऑफ देम, बट उसके और भी बहुत ही रंग दिख रहे हैं. आई एम होपिंग दैट लाइक यू नो व्हेन फिल्म मेकर्स सी मी दे विल से कि अच्छा ठीक है, यू नो हम उसको इस कैटेगरी में भी एक ऑडिशन कर सकते हैं, उसको इस कैटेगरी में ऑडिशन कर सकते हैं. आई वुड नॉट लाइक टू बिलीव एटलीस्ट कि यू नो आई विल बी स्टक टू समथिंग, यू नो people saying कि ये तो ग्रे शेड है, ये नेगेटिव शेड है. और वैसे भी आजकल because there are so many amazing storytelling happening, so we are exploring the real side of humans, the real side of you know human emotions. So I have just shown that. So I don't think that I'm going to be typecast in any way. And वैसे भी मतलब मुझे अच्छा काम करना है. अभी मुझे अगर you know कौन सा रोल, कैसा रोल, कहाँ पे, I don't want to get into that. I am greedy for good work and I want to associate myself with great filmmakers, and just I'm keeping it very sorted, you know, in my mind.
Now coming to Tahir, you must be basking in the glory of 83 right now. मैं क्या ही बताऊँ तुमको. Okay, so we all have loved that film, but tell me, how has the response been? Because you can't stop smiling.
It's been out of this world. It has been from what my expectation of the film was into 10, because it's just exploded on social media. I wake up to thousands of messages every day about just first of all, as an actor, it was an emotional decision to do a film like that, and to have waited that long and to be able to share that emotion with people, and for people to get goosebumps and the relatability of an older generation getting nostalgic over it and a younger generation being able to live that moment on screen for the first time, just to be a part of cinema history that gives such an iconic sporting moment to the people, is just a super privilege and icing on the cake to be able to play Sunil Gavaskar.
Yes, of course. And working with PANKAJ Tripathi, and then there's Ranveer. But PANKAJ Tripathi is something else, right?
Bilkul. And when there is a scene that I have with him in the film, and it's quite a central scene for a dynamic that's going on in the locker room. And I remember when I read the script, he wasn't on board at that time. And when I found out that it was going to be PANKAJ Tripathi, I was just overjoyed, because when you're doing a complicated scene, बहुत फर्क पड़ता है कि आपके सामने वाला actor कौन है, कैसा है. And I think having him on the same table just like lifted the whole game.
Mr. Tripathi?
I mean, I call him Tripathi Senior. He is just he's amazing यार. मतलब वो जब बोलते हैं ना, in fact हमारे जब interviews वो paired up with him, I just wanted to listen and like आप बोलो, और ऐसा हम notebook निकाल के we are just, you know, making life lessons and learning so much, and he's brilliant.
So SAURABH Shukla is another actor whom I really appreciate. He's amazing, you know. I mean, what was it like working with him? Another institution of, you know, acting.
He's तो चलता फिरता acting का school. And I took the privilege of answering first because he's playing my daddy, he's playing my father. And I'm also very fortunate that I've worked with him before for a Tamil film where he played my father's role again. So I was lucky that, you know, I already had spoken to him and I'd created that bond with him. And I have taken a lot of tips and advices and suggestions about life, about acting from him. And in fact, you know, he's given me so much of help. Ki tum ye movie dekho, tum ye book padho. So what I love about him is he loves to share his knowledge. He loves to share his wisdom. So it's been great collaborating with him. And I can't wait to work with him again now. And I've been like, you know, I've been like a sponge on the set with all of these people around, you know, because there was so much of learning experience for me. And thank you to all of them.
Oh, so sweet. And I'm still wondering, why are you holding that sponge? But okay.
Because
she's got an object for everything she talks about.
We all have.
But Tahir is looking.
I'm looking for. I'm like I.
This is, you know, because वो shine, वो sweat आ रहा है, उसको थोड़ा सा पहुंचने के लिए.
हम I think हम 8 घंटे से कर रहे हैं, तो भाई.
और मैं 2 घंटे से यहाँ पे बैठी हुई हूँ कि अब चालू होगा.
Oh, so sorry.
That's okay, guys. But congratulations. I really enjoyed the show. So everybody who is watching this, go and watch Yeh Kaali Kaali Ankhein.
Listen to Abira, okay?